Another night of protests and more expected this weekend in downtown Austin. This is a live look at the Austin Police Department headquarters. They've been going back and forth to the Texas state capitol. Austin Travis County EMS tells us they are staffing up and preparing for a surge in calls. With frustrations rising over how APD polices the city, a new team of officers will hit the streets listening and speaking to community members. This comes after more than a week of protests where several demonstrations were seriously hurt, leading to widespread criticism. KXAN's Alex Caprariello is live outside APD headquarters tonight. Alex, first, what's the scene out there now? And second, what did you experience earlier?
Well, Aaron, let me tell you, this crowd is a lot larger than when you saw me at KXAN News at 9. About 100 or more of these demonstrators just came from the Texas Capitol. You see them gathering on the steps of APD headquarters as we've seen them all week long. Now, Aaron, you mentioned it earlier today. I did get the opportunity to work with some of the APD community engagement teams, follow them around and see how they've been handling the interactions with the protesters. They said now is the most important time to actually have these conversations when they're not wearing riot gear. The goal is to listen first and talk second to find out where the improvements can be made.
People get hurt, people get killed. There's very little prosecution, and there's very little accountability for that.
People need to be heard, need to be seen.
And all week long, those protesters have been seen on the front steps of APD. Consider it a sign of the times.
Those that come here, they have the right to air their grievances to their government, to their police department, and what better way than to dedicate a whole team just solely for that function.
APD has launched a new street team to get out there and just listen.
And nobody hates a bad cop more than a good cop.
Right.
You know, and so that's part of why we're out here too, is because we want people to understand that we're here with you. It's not just a us against them kind of thing. We're one with our community. It's what we believe in. And so we want people to know that.
Some protesters have concerns with the department itself.
Austin presents itself as a progressive city, but they have a long history of police brutality.
But they're pleased to see the effort being made.
Talking with a police officer, any police officer, on a human-to-human level, I think breaks down the preconceived notions on both parts.
Ultimately, APD just wants to find that common ground.
Policing is not something we do to a community, it's something we do with the communities.
Now, also important, many of these officers shared some of their own feelings with me and explained some of the hardships that they face when they wear the badge. They only hope that the community of people will listen to them as well. Obviously, the party's just getting started here. We're going to keep an eye on it, and we'll keep you updated for KXAN News online and on social media.
Alex, thank you. The Austin Police Department also has an outreach unit focused on the Riverside Drive area. The RISE team was established in September of last year. The unit works on chronic issues. We followed RISE officers in January as they tried to help people experiencing homelessness get connected to resources and clear a tunnel that attracts a lot of crime.